Welcome to Tech Photo Blog. This is episode number 46. This week I'm going to be discussing the battery life of the camera axe and a few different ways you can extend it if you want to. So first off, I want to talk a little bit about the battery that's actually inside the camera axe. So this is the battery that chips inside of it. It's a lithium polymer battery. It's single cell, so it works at a maximum of 3.7 volts, and it has 850 milliamp hours inside of it. Now, with this battery, I did some testing, and I found that typically the camera axe will last about 12 hours when the backlight is turned on, and the backlight is the biggest consumer of power on the camera axe. So if you turn that off, which is easy to do in the software menus, you just go to the general settings menu and turn the backlight off, and then the camera axe battery life will basically double to a little over 24 hours. So typically, I think for long shots like time-lapse and things, you're going to be turning off the backlight, and in those cases we'll just assume that the camera axe with this battery has about a day of battery life. So if that's not long enough for you, sparkfun.com actually sells batteries that look very similar to the battery that I ship with it. Actually, I get this battery from SparkFun. So this battery has the exact same plug, and I'll put a link in the show note to where you can get it. But this one's basically more than twice the capacity. This has 2,000 milliamp hours instead of 850. So you're going to more than double the battery life of the camera axe with this, and it'll fit inside the case no problem. You can also get one that's 6,000 milliamp hours, and that's just a stack of 3 of these. And with that option, which also fits inside of the case nicely, you'll have over 7 days of battery life inside the camera axe, which is getting up there. And I think this option costs, let's see, I wrote it down, cost $40 for the 6,000 milliamp hour battery. So this is that's the one that's 3 of these stacked together. So that's 40 bucks. Another option you can go if you don't need to have it inside the camera axe is Amazon sells all sorts of external battery packs, is what I did a search for, and I went and got this one to test with the camera axe. I'm pretty sure they'll all work fine. They all just have a USB port. So you take the camera or the USB cable that came with the camera axe and you plug it in here like that. And then you take the other end and you just plug it into the camera axe. And now the camera axe is basically able to charge from this battery pack, this external battery pack. So that's pretty cool, and surprisingly, per milliamp hour, these are actually less expensive than the batteries on SparkFun. So if you don't need to go with internal batteries, something like this is going to be cheaper, and it's just basically because the scale of these, they manufacture probably hundreds of thousands of these because everybody with a Android phone or an iPad or something is going to want to have something like this to charge their devices. So they make tons of these, and they can then sell them cheaper. But for this one, which is 5,000 milliamp hours, it's about 25 bucks on Amazon. I saw them going all the way up to 16,000 milliamp hours, which is basically 18 times the amount of power in the 850 milliamp battery. So we're talking about 18 days of usage with sort of the biggest one of these, and I think that was around 60 bucks for that one. And if you need to go even larger than that, it wouldn't be difficult to sort of wire up or buy a circuit that drops 12 volts down to a regulated 5 volts. If you know anything about circuits, a linear regulator would work really good for that. So like a a 7805 would do the job perfectly. And then you just hook it up to the USB port, and you could charge the camera axe with that. And then you could just, you know, put a whole bunch of car batteries in parallel and basically go as long as you want to power the camera axe. So yeah, those are kind of the options that I see for battery power. And of course, if you have a wall socket, I sell a way of running the camera axe off of this USB port. You just plug it into the wall. You can also plug it into your computer, or, you know, any one of those phone chargers, as long as it has a plug, an adapter that you can plug into the camera axe. So those are the options that I've thought of to increase the battery life of the camera axe if you need to. But even without extending it, it'll last, you know, easily a full day of work. So get out there and take some time-lapse photos. Thanks for watching.